without further ado, today is episode number 64 already of HSP TV. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the secret of unshakable confidence. So let me ask you this. Do you regularly feel overwhelmed? Are the opinions of other people very important to you? Can it really throw you off your game if someone disapproves of what you are doing? Or maybe when they give you a remark that could be construed as criticism? Are you then tempted to start to doubt yourself, letting your often harsh inner critic roam free? And do you often compare yourself to others? And do you then find yourself to be lacking? If any of this resonates with you, then I want you to know that I know where you are coming from. Why? Because I've been there. I've often felt that way. I've often been in those types of situations, had those types of thoughts, and had those talks with myself. And to be honest, it made me feel shitty. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough. It made me feel like I needed to work harder, like I needed to be or do better, like I didn't try hard enough. And in hindsight, that was because I didn't love myself enough. I didn't trust myself enough. I didn't value myself enough. I didn't have enough confidence in myself. But all of that changed when I started to work on myself. I now know who I am and what I am capable of. And my confidence in myself grew every day until I fell in love with myself and in love with life. And how I did that, that is what I want to be talking to you about today. So for those of you who do not know me, my name's Barbara, and I am a transformation coach for people who have always felt weird or strange or like they don't fit into this world, but have spent most of their life trying to please others and as a result feel unhappy and unsatisfied with their current reality. After working with me, you will feel proud and powerful, care less about what other people think or say about you. You will live a life that is both rewarding and fulfilling, and you will know exactly how you can turn your calling into your soulful, profitable business that allows you the freedom that you desire. I will help you to be free to be who you actually are so that you can do what you love doing the most by getting crystal clear on what's really important to you in life and then giving you a step-by-step plan on how to get there. If you are such a person, then I'd love to get to know you. Book a virtual coffee or a tea with me and let's chat. Type your name in the comment section, say you want to talk, click the link below the video, or send me an email or a direct message in Messenger. In the next 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to walk you through how we see confidence, how confidence is tied to your sense of worth, how confident people work around fears and doubts, how confidence is a mental state that you too can develop, how ultimately confidence is about knowledge, and how you can improve your confidence. So let's get started. One aspect of living a positive life is that those who do lead those lives are confident in themselves. Look at any given successful person, and one of the key things that they have is confidence. They have the confidence to try something against all odds or to do something that they've never done before. But the vast majority of people are not in that position. Most of them look up to these people and wish they could be like them in some way, to share their wealth or perhaps even have their personality or confidence. But one of the most important things to remember and to really realize is that these individuals didn't suddenly roll out of their bed and have a multi-million dollar business. Well, in a sense, they did, but there were a lot of days before then that they rolled out of bed to even get to that moment. They built their self-confidence to the point that they took that leap. They weren't held back by fears, doubts, or excuses. Okay, Barbara, I get that and I want that too. But why don't I feel confident? You might be thinking. Well, your confidence is tied to your sense of worth. One of the biggest secrets I believe that crushes self confidence is what we are worth, or at least what we are worth to ourselves in our own head. For a great number of people, they deeply believe that what they are worth is how much someone actually pays for them. You might not initially think that way. However, so many people work a day job and have no side hustle. They're miserable in that day job. They even struggle to ask for a raise and they stay at the bottom thinking deep down that this is all that they are worth. And I don't blame them, since a lot of people are used to being told indirectly, this is how much you are worth to me. And this is done in the form of salary or hourly wages that are set by businesses mostly. Yet people are very precious and practically an invaluable resource. Obviously, we need to quantify it, but my point is that some of people's confidences are tied to them by thinking that they mean very little, all because they get paid minimum wage or a lesser amount of what they think they are worth. Okay, Barbara, you might think, but how can I turn this around? Well, the answer is quite simple. You need to remove that limitation on yourself. What others say you are worth isn't equivalent to your own skills, your abilities, or what you can offer to a business or within your own business. It never is and it never was. But don't go making the mistake of walking into your boss's office and try to ask for a triple or a quadruple raise, a pay raise, because that won't happen in a realistic world unless you've done some incredible work to back it up and you go in there and you present that. What I'm saying is that you need to make an effort to act and think like you are worth more, and that will make a huge difference. Okay, Barbara, you might be thinking, but if it were that simple, why wouldn't more people be doing it? It's because most of us let ourselves be stopped by our fears and doubts. But confident people, they work around their doubts, they work around their fears. You might remember the quote, everything you want is on the other side of fear. It's an awesome quote, and it's absolutely true. However, one of the key things with fear is that before we even face the challenge we are facing off with, either doubt or fear will come up with excuses. People will struggle a lot with them. Take, for example, what I said above, where you are asking for a raise. A lot of people will struggle with this and they may never ask for one. And that's likely because they may get laughed at or they're afraid of something else happening. Either way, there's something that is making you doubt your abilities and it shakes your confidence in a very big way. But having confidence is being able to work through those doubts and grow accordingly. Ask yourself this: what exactly is holding you back from achieving what you want? And furthermore, what must you do to get there? Because it's easy to increase your self-worth when you have something to back it up. Millionaires are made because they have faith in themselves, because they have a high level of self-worth. Even before they made their millions, they thought they were worth that much. And they didn't get there by asking their boss to pay millions of dollars for them, nor did they expect their customers to pay millions for their products or services. They worked harder and they built connections, but they worked smarter. They built themselves up into that particular position. So It is conceivable to ask your boss to triple your wages. However, you want to back it up with actual data. Give examples of the numerous times you did more than what was in your job's description. Have a list of compliments you got from your superiors, from clients, from your colleagues, from your peers that you came into contact with. Remember, at the day job, you are paid based on what other people think you are worth. And this does not happen when you have your own business. Then you can let people pay you for the worth that you see yourself having. So especially as a business owner, it's extremely important to see what you're worth and to ask prices that are according to what you are worth and the worth that you are providing for others. You can always change people's minds by going above and beyond. And just the same, you can change your own perception by telling yourself great things too. Tell yourself you're wonderful. Tell yourself you're amazing. Tell yourself you do a great job. And the same can be said in life. If you think you are worth little, start convincing more people that you are actually worth more and then set out to prove it. Okay, Barbara, you might be thinking, but isn't confidence something you either have or you don't? Well, confidence is a mental state that you can develop. Many people see confidence as something that you either have or you do not have, something you are born with or are born without. But in reality, confidence is a mental state that you can develop if you are prepared to pay the price. It is also important for you to understand that the price is small and relative to the return. Can you imagine that having confidence will free you to go where your heart leads you, to do what you must do? Confidence gives you strength with style. It generates a non-physical aura that captures the conscious attention of everyone around you. It is that something that other people admire in others. Confidence sets you up on a path of success. It sets up a vibration that causes others to trust in your abilities because it instills in them a feeling of safety when they follow your lead. When you are confident, you know, and you know that you know? You possess an awareness of a powerful truth. You are one with all that there is. You know that when you are connected with the unseen power that is in every molecule of every being, you will solve whatever problem you may be facing. Because this power is also within you, and it is far greater than any condition or circumstance with which you could be confronted right now. And if you doubt yourself, if you doubt your ability, if you feel you are not able to do the job or solve your problems, no advice that anyone will give you will matter. Okay, Barbara? So, how do I develop confidence and tune into this power? I hear you thinking. Well, allow me to suggest that you already have confidence. You may not feel it when you want it, or it may not show up in the area that you need it, but it doesn't mean that you don't have it. Confidence is a deep knowing. It is an inner certainty that absolutely nothing can change. It doesn't matter what happens, what anyone says or does. When you have confidence, what you know, that inner voice, it cannot be changed, regardless of the challenge that you are facing. After the Wright brothers made that first manned flight, do you think that another person telling them, you cannot fly, would change what they knew? I don't think so. Their reply would have been, I know I can. I just did. They were confident because they were absolutely certain in their knowledge. So ultimately, confidence is knowledge. If you were going to parachute out of a plane, you wouldn't do so if you were not certain that that parachute would open and you'd land safely, right? And the more you know about the parachute, how it was made, what materials were used, how it was packed, the more your confidence would either increase or decrease. Your confidence in the parachute is largely determined by your knowledge of the parachute. If you look up confidence in the dictionary, it says confidence is a feeling of one's powers or a reliance on one's circumstances. Many people believe that your confidence has to do with your intellect. And this could not be further from the truth. It has, however, got everything to do with your faith. This explains why a person who may be intellectually inferior steps out and confidently pursues their dreams, while their counterpart with the advanced academic credentials fearfully holds on to the position that they detest, while they see their dream dying. The more knowledge and understanding you have about yourself, the greater will be your confidence. Pure, raw self-confidence is what allows you to move forward in life. Self-confidence gives you license to have a positive attitude about your ability to become competent in an area that you may presently know little or nothing about. Okay, Barbara, I understand what you're saying, but how do I improve my confidence? Well, I'm glad you asked. And you do that by increasing your self-knowledge, for instance, through personal development. Someone once said that room for self-improvement was the largest room in the world. And I think that's pretty spot on. Because regardless of where you are on your personal confidence ladder, I want to share these 3 valuable steps with you. And step 1 is to check your self-image. And this is a critical part of your mental machinery when it comes to keeping your confidence humming. When you think of anything, you think in pictures, in images. And what kind of image comes to your mind when you think about yourself? Confidence is an inside job. And to have or to not have confidence has nothing to do with what is happening outside of yourself. Confidence is determined by what is going on within yourself, how you see yourself and how you see what you can do. You are a creative distributor of a life-giving force. Think about that. Dwell on it. Remember, what you put out always comes back, because like energy attracts like energy. When you build the vision of your dream, when you see yourself as a service-oriented, happy, healthy, prosperous person, that is when you build confidence. Understand that it was your creative ability that allowed you to create that vision. Your dream is spirit in organized form, an organized, non-physical form. You create the vision. It is in your marvelous mind and then your marvelous body. Because your mind and your body are linked, they are connected, and they cannot be separated. Therefore, it must move into physical form with any thought you think. And as long as you hold the image of your dream in your mind, the image will affect your movements. That is why it is so incredibly important to get clear on your big dream. It will also dictate what is attracted into your life. Realize that you can connect with the ever-present, the all-knowing, the all-powerful, life-giving force that we refer to as spirit or source energy, or sometimes God. And you can connect with it whenever you want. Train yourself to see yourself as having such awesome powers. See the willingness of spirit working with you, to and through you. And the more you permit those ideas to move into the feeling side of your personality, the more confidence you will have. Your level of confidence is going to be in direct ratio to your awareness of your oneness with spirit, the ever present, the all knowing, the all powerful, life giving force. The second step is to check your strengths and weaknesses. And this is the second thing that I put extensive focus on in both my programs as well as in my coaching. The first being getting really clear on your vision, your big dream, your goal, as it were, for your life. You might take a pen and a piece of paper and begin making a couple of lists. And if you're honest with yourself, you'll find that your weaknesses far outweigh your strengths, right? So don't feel bad about that, because that is true for most of us. What I will say next may come as a surprise to you, but you need to forget about developing your weaknesses. Yes, that's right. You heard me say that correctly. You need to forget about developing your weaknesses. Instead, learn how to manage and put your energy into developing your strengths. In other words, direct your efforts and your attention to getting better at what you're already good at. And then keep getting better and better and better until you've mastered it. If you think about it, it makes sense to do what you enjoy and what you do really well. Because the more you do it, the better you will get at it. And the more you will start to enjoy it. You will naturally exude confidence, and like energy attracts like energy. You'll be able to say with conviction, I am good. I know I'm good, and I know why I'm good. And that's confidence. If you didn't know why you were good, it would be conceit instead of confidence, right? So the third step is to train your mind to see it in all people, to see in them what they do not see in themselves. Begin to treat every person you come into contact with as the most important person in the world. Because let's face it, to them they are. Look at them with a new awareness. Look at them through a new lens. See every person as an expression of spirit, which is always perfect. Refuse to allow another person to influence how you see and treat them. Their speech, their actions, and their results may clearly indicate that they don't like themselves. Love them anyway. Look for what they do well and let them know that you noticed it. Give everyone you see a sincere and deserved compliment. Their good work is spirit shining through. Look for it. Remember the age-old advice, seek and you shall find. The really beautiful part of this third step is this. The good you find in others is a reflection of the good that is within yourself. Okay, Barbara, you might be wondering, how exactly is this going to increase my confidence? Well, you need to know that real confidence turns dreams into reality, into physical reality. That is the kind of confidence that you need to strive for. And if you go looking for beauty in others, more of your own beauty will shine out. If you go looking for the good in others, your good will shine through in everything you do, and that in turn will raise your vibration, which will raise your self-confidence like nothing else. What I have shared with you today can already start making a huge change in your life. However, if you want long-lasting results and are serious about changing your life and getting the results that you desire, then I would strongly advise you to find a coach or a mentor. like me, for instance. If you are not feeling confident, if you want to increase your confidence, or if you just want help in changing how you see yourself so you can get the results out of life that you truly want, then you and me, we need to talk. Just think how less stressed and excited you will feel when I help you to get clear on what your talents and gifts are so that you can start using them as your superpowers. Can you imagine the sheer sense of relief and feelings of long lost happiness when I help you get clear on your strengths and your weaknesses so that you can change the way that you see yourself? Become proud of the person that you truly are. Just think for a moment how life can and will change for you when you have that unshakable confidence in yourself and in your abilities. If this resonates with you, and if you are serious about changing your life and getting results that you truly desire, then I want to invite you to hop on a free discovery call with me. In this no strings attached call, we're going to get really clear on where you are now, where you want to be, what is blocking you from getting there, and what steps you need to take to overcome them to get to that life of freedom that you desire. Click on the link below this video or send me a message in Messenger and we'll get you set. I'll never forget the stressed and extremely unhappy life I led when I was not getting the results that I really wanted, when I was feeling unsure about myself, not aware of the talents that I already possessed or how to use them to get what I wanted, doubting my abilities, doubting my resolve and my commitment, doubting if I could even reach the things I wanted, not sure if I was feeling confident enough to actually do what I wanted to do. And it wasn't until I discovered who I really am and what I can do that I was able to create long lasting change and create the successful life that I have now. I know now how to be my confident self, how to use my talents to get what I desire, and how to create that life for myself that truly makes my heart sing. And your life will be so much more rewarding and fulfilling if you are able to do the things that you know are good for you with unshakable self-confidence and a deep knowledge of your talents and your gifts and know how to use them effectively. And that is what I want for you too. So click on the link below this video, leave a comment, send me an email, send me a message through Messenger, look me up on WhatsApp, do whatever you need to, but make that appointment with me and take that first step on the road to living that life that you love. This is the 64th episode of HSP TV, and it was all about the secrets to unshakable self-confidence. If you were here live, then I want to thank you for being here live. I loved that you were here, and I loved the interactions that I had with you. And if you are catching this in the replay, then I would love it if you would let me know that you caught it in the replay. I would love it if you would still ask me all your questions. And I would love you even more if you found that courage to take that first step to work on your confidence and to contact me for that free call that I'm offering everybody that has seen this episode. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge. And I hope to see you all again for next week's episode of HSP TV. Have a great day, a great evening, or a great morning, depending on your time zone and when you are viewing this. For now, bye and have an amazing rest of your week.